Star Trek Discovery Season 2 Episode 11 Easter eggs and references. Warning: this Star Trek Discovery review contains massive spoilers, with a huge and emotional reveal central to the latest episode of Star Trek Discovery. There wasn't a lot of time for winks and nods to existing Star Trek. Just kidding. Though the 11th episode of Star Trek Discovery's second season, Perpetual Infinity, mostly focused on building its own mythology, there were still plenty of, from visual references to the Borg, the size of Starfleet, specific phasers and quotes from Shakespeare. Here's every Easter egg and reference we caught in Perpetual Infinity. A new old Klingon ship. In the opening flashback, we see Burnham's parents suddenly attacked by Klingons on Doctari Alpha. The Klingon ship that hovers over their installation looks like a cross between Klingon ships from the first season of Discovery and an old-school Klingon Bird-of-Prey. Jump log look like Lorca's coordinates last season. When Spock hands Burnham the logs of all her mother's jumps in the time suit, the data looks very similar to Captain Lorca's jump coordinates in the first season of Discovery. In the episode Into the Forest, Lorca used the Spore Drive to jump the USS Discovery to the mirror universe. 7,000 active ships in Starfleet Control tells Leland that here are 7,000 active ships in Starfleet. Notably, Control doesn't say starships, just ships. In the original series, Starfleet seems slightly smaller, which either means Control is wrong, or something happens to all the ships between 2257 and 2265. Unless, of course, Control is counting shuttlecrafts, in which case, that number starts to make sense. In any case, 7,000 seems like a lot. In the classic episode Tomorrow is Yesterday, Kirk says there are only 12 ships like the Enterprise in the fleet. He probably just meant Constitution-class ships, but still. Control sounds and looks a lot like the Borg. When Control takes possession of Leland's body, it says struggle is pointless, which could be read as a paraphrase of the Borg's famous catchphrase resistance is futile. Plus, the way in which Control takes over Leland's brain is very similar to the nanoprobes that the Borg used to assimilate people in First Contact and Voyager. Is Control a distant cousin of the Borg? Seems like it. Dr. Burnham mentions Deneva in one of her mission logs. Dr. Gabriel Burnham, Michael's mom, says that the following planets have been stripped of life: Vulcan, Andoria, Teleprime, Deneva, Earth. This is the second time Deneva has been mentioned in this season of Discovery. The first time was in the episode Saints of Imperfection, when Georgiou says she knows that Leland did something to the wrong ambassador on Deneva a few years back. But in Discovery's future, Deneva is a planet that will be home to James T. Kirk's brother, Sam Kirk. In the classic episode Operation Annihilate, Spock and Kirk repel a parasite invasion on Deneva's future drive. Burnham tells Captain Pike, "I could say more about your future, but you won't like it." This references the events of the episode, The Menagerie, in which we learn Captain Pike is crippled by delta rays and has his mind cut off from his body, leaving him in a pseudo-vegetative state. Burnham doesn't know about the signals. In addition to the Red Angel, Discovery has also been pursuing certain red signals, which drive